Welcome to another live stream of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Motherfucker ain't like it. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Will bring us here today, Mr. Roll Up. Today, we gonna talk about judging a book by its cover. That's something you don't want to do, man. Cause usually, what you think about somebody, 9 times out of 10, it be the complete opposite. Tap in, tap the fuck in. I misjudged somebody, man. And I'm here to come clean about it. You know, a lot of guys that keep shit like this on the low, where they don't want people knowing that they real life was in there thugging with somebody that was the complete opposite of them. But you know me, I keep it 100. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Hey, listen, right? This was the best bunkie I ever had. Now, I didn't told y'all about June, but he gave me the right energy that I needed to get out. But this guy, Scott, right here, he gave me the energy that I needed to get started. Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, let's get this started. So, here's the deal, right? The way how I met this guy, Scott, you know what I'm saying? Guy working mysterious ways, man, because if I wouldn't have did what I did, I wouldn't have ended up with Scott as a bunkie. You know what I'm saying? So let me take it from the top. This blood right here acting crazy, but I'm gonna blow this bitch. So listen, right? I had a bunkie. He was a young black guy, just like me. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was like 21, 22. I was on that young nigga shit back then. You know what I'm saying? So with my man's, coming in my cell, he was from the city just like me. We both was on that hood shit, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So everything was everything. Let me hit the chat real quick. Amir, what's the deal? Deep Down 3, what's going on? I'm good. You know I'm out here off the roll up. You know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead and turn this bitch up. You feel me? I don't know. The blunt keep going out, man. Sometimes the blunt be going out, man. You know. That's about the only thing I don't like about weed. Sometimes this shit be going out, man. Knight, what's up, brother? Much love from Chicago. My dog, Detroit to the shot. What's the deal? Latest news. Hi, bro. I'm from India. What's the deal? Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Want to see something cool on the hearts from a mirror. What that mean? I don't know what that mean. Where are you from? Latest news. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm from the Murder Mitten, the Dirty Glove. You know what I'm saying? West side of Detroit, 7 Mile, Better Mile. All right, now let's get it, right? I had the Bucky I was telling y'all about. Young nigga. He was a cool nigga, all that. At first, he was cool. Now, when he rolled in, he ain't had shit. Now, I didn't say this before. When people ride into a prison, basically the way how it work is just say you at a prison and you got all your stuff, right? You got your commissary, which is called store. It's called store in prison. In jail, it's called commissary. In prison, it's called store. So you got store, you got a TV, you got an MP3 player, you got all that shit, right? While you in the joint, you good. You don't need for nothing, right? Okay. Now look, when they ride you out of nowhere. They won't tell you that you riding out. Like, you could be at a prison for like 5 years and you could think that you about to do all your time at that joint, and then they could just pack you up right any given moment and say, hey, you riding out tonight. Now, usually in prison, they'll wait until about like 9, 10 o'clock at night, like right before lockdown, to tell you that you riding out. So that way, if you got like some spud juice, a knife, or something in your cell, you can't try and hurry up and get it off to another unit. You know what I'm saying? Give it to other people and shit. They kind of try and box you in. This is just prison tactics. You know what I'm saying? So they don't let you know until late at night that you about to ride out. You know what I'm saying? Latest news, you are smoking. That's right. The page is called Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. This is for the smokers, the drinkers, even the sober people. My page is for everybody. Really, it's just about, what you into or what you like. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they either drink or smoke. So let's roll up a pour up. Now, check this out. Like I was saying on my bunkie, right? So with the whole riding out, riding in process, right? He ended up riding in to the prison I was at, you know, out of nowhere. They rolled him in, gave him me as a they gave him to me. They brought him to myself as my bunk, right? So when he came to the cell, he got to talking all this shit, talking about he got the TV, he got an MP3 player, blah, 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 all of that. Now, when you ride into a new prison, it take about 2 weeks before your property get to where you at. It's prison. They don't care nothing about you. They'll ride you out today and send you to another prison. You'll be to another prison by tomorrow morning. Your items want to ride there for about 2 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they come. Told you before, in prison, you a nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, they rolled dog in. He and myself. Now me, I got everything. I got TV, MP3 player, CL20s. I got earbuds. I got commissary. I got everything. I don't need for shit. I'm straight. My people make sure I'm good. I got everything I need, right? Okay. Well, dog that rolled in, like I said, it take like 2 weeks for your property to catch up to where you at. So for these first 2 weeks, he just gaming me like, yeah, bro, I got this and that, all my stuff about to pop up, blah, blah, blah. He trying to paint an image to me like, he good and he got his own shit, blah, blah, blah. So basically, can I like just hold him down until his stuff get here? A lot of guys do that. They try and paint an image to new guys because they don't want people on their heads thinking they some bums and they don't got shit and they try and use the motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, for that first 2 weeks he was there, right? He making it seem like he good, he got all his money, he was that nigga in the streets, blah, 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 right? All right, cool. Just so happened he was hanging out with a guy that was from my crew. Now I told you, I'm a GD. You know what I'm saying? I was on that GD shit back then. You know, so it was a guy that was from my nation that he hung with. Not on no gang banging shit. He just hung with dog because he fucked with him. You know what I'm saying? Now my bunkie knew I was a GD. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he figured I wasn't that active with them or something. I don't know. Or maybe he felt like the loyalty that he had with dog will override, what's going on with me or whatever. So the guy that he was hanging with, his name was JP. JP was a little short white guy. You know what I'm saying? But JP bought that life. Don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? JP was short, always smiling. You would have thought he was a goddamn comedian, always smiling and joking. But if you crossed him, JP is sliding your cell, chew your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So don't judge a book by its cover. You feel me? Nah. My bunkie, I don't even remember the nigga name. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. So my bunkie, he fucked with JP. Him and JP was homies before they got to the prison that we was at. So I guess my bunkie felt like since he known JP longer, JP would ride with him instead of me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So my bunkie was telling JP like, man, look, this is my bunkie. You talking to JP. My bunkie like, yeah, my bunkie, he soft as hell. Ooh, ooh. That nigga, he big for nothing. Blah, blah, blah. That nigga got all this commissary and shit. He got TV, MP3 player, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to take his shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't no shit. He leave his locker open. He scared. Woo, woo. My bunkie telling JP all this shit about me, right? So I'm not gonna lie. I noticed my bunkie was moving kind of funny in the cell for like 3 days or something. You know what I'm saying? About 2 or 3 days. That nigga was just moving funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking he just, still getting informed with the new place or whatever. So I really ain't take too much to it. But I seen him moving kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Surprise Calico Cat. What's the deal? What's the deal? Cleveland, Ohio. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. From the D to the O. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. So my bunkie was talking to JP all crazy, like, yeah, that nigga is soft. I'm about to take his shit. Woo woo. This was my bunkie telling JP, right? So he told JP today he was gonna ride me and all this shit, right? Now, mind you, again, I'm a GD, but after so long in prison, I kind of pulled back on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still banging, but I just wasn't on that tip with everybody like that. Like I fell back. You know what I'm saying? I was focusing on me at this time. You know what I'm saying? But I was still tied in. So while my bunkie telling JP all that, JP came back and told me. He like, man, your bunkie talking about robbing you, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, straight up. He like, bro. He like, that's my man's. JP telling me this. He like, I've been knowing him from the streets way before prison. You know what I'm saying? But he like, me and you, we got this gangster shit going on. And he like, I came across the law. You feel me? So he like, I had to tell you. You know what I'm saying? We brother mans. We brothers of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I can't let a nigga get down on you like that because that's just our structure. You feel me? Even though that was his homeboy from the street, but me and him was a part of a structure where we didn't play like that. You know what I'm saying? So JP came and told me. He's like, look, I gotta let you know, bro, my man's, but he trying to rob you, bro. I'm like, straight up. I'm like, all right, cool. I walked off. I seen my bunkie in the day room, right? I told him, I'm like, come on, shoot up to the room. I need to holler at you. He like, all right, cool. He don't know that I know what's going on, right? So he come up to the cell. He come in, close the door, smiling, happy. Yeah, man, what's up? What's the deal, bro? Woo, woo. I took my shirt off. I'm like, nigga, you got two options. Either you about to get your ass beat and I'm about to put you on base, or you about to just pack your shit and you gonna sit on base. He, bro, what you mean? Woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I heard, you know what I'm saying? You tried to get down on me. No, I wasn't on that. Woo, that, I wouldn't do you. Nigga, JP told me, nigga. As soon as I told him, JP told me, he froze up. He like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, JP was his homeboy. So he wouldn't have thought that JP would have told on him like that. But like I said, the shit that me and JP was on, our structure wasn't built like that. You know what I'm saying? You hear a lot of people claiming GDs, but how many of them really GDs? How many of them really understand growth and development, gangster disciple? How many of them understand this shit? You know what I'm saying? JP was one that understood the assignment. So he came and told me what his mans was on, which was my bunkie. So when I told my bunkie, I found out, the source. He was like, man, look, you know what, bro? He like, man, I don't want no smoke, man. I know you body, woo woo. He like, man, let me just go ahead and grab all my stuff and I'm gonna just go sit on base. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do that. Mind you, the cell is no bigger than your bathroom. If you could just take your shower out of your bathroom, and just have like the toilet area and the shower part without the shower, the actual tub in it, that's about as big as your cell. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm standing over him while he packing his shit and everything. I'm standing over him, fist ball, I'm ready. Like, yeah, try and play. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to knock your ass clean the fuck out. Like, I wasn't playing with dog. And the crazy part was, like I said, goddamn weed in my mouth. Like I was saying, I was cool with all my bunkies. You got to think, we all criminals. You feel me? We all in here together. So we got to jail. So let's jail the easiest way we can. If you don't got nothing cool, I got it. You feel me? So I'm going to make sure you straight. I guess he figured that I was soft because that was the demeanor I came off with. So he took that as I was soft, like I was scared of him or something. So he thought he was going to be able to ride me. You feel me? So I had to turn up on his ass. So he packed all this shit. I stood over him. I made sure he wasn't on nothing or wasn't going to try nothing. He packed all this shit. While he packing it, he like, bro, come on, man. My name was Little in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's my last name. So that's what I went by in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought it was funny because I'm 6'2", 260 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Muscular, all that. I'm big as hell, but my last name Little. You know what I'm saying? So niggas thought that shit was funny. So everybody just started calling me Little. You know what I'm saying? So I just went by that name. That was my prison name, just in case y'all wanted to know. I did 4 years in prison. But anyway, and then again, my name being Little, I'm guessing he thinking I was soft or something. You know what I'm saying? So he thought he was about to put on a play on me. Nah, interception, instantly. You feel me? Like, let me tell you something. I'm glad that he said that to JP and JP said that to me, because if my bunkie would have robbed me, man, I probably would have bashed that nigga head into that concrete. You feel me? Like, I probably would have caught a case up in there, because, like, I leave my door open to you. You know what I'm saying? When most niggas in prison don't do that. Most niggas in prison will hold you. If you don't got nothing, you don't got nothing. You just about to be in that cell hungry and watching no TV. You know what I'm saying? Now look, in your cell that I told you is no bigger than your bathroom. Just take the shower out. You know what I'm saying? Lord Krishna, what's the deal? Tap in. So like I said, with your cell being no bigger than the bathroom, you get a locker. The locker is like the locker in the in the locker room, like the football team lockers, them real slim lockers. That's your locker, right? It's 2 of those in the cell. You got one, your bunkie got one, right? Besides the locker, you got a desk table, so you can sit there and write, draw some shit, shit like that. Immediately to the left of your table stand, you got the bunks. It's 2 bunks, top bunk, bottom bunk. Usually the healthy guys that can move around, operate with no problems, don't have problems, shit like that, they put them on the top bunk because you got to climb up there to get on that bunk. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to have the athleticism in you, you know, to climb up there on that bunk. You feel me? Like they had some like little jail bars, you know, on the bunk for you to use, but that shit really ain't that useful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might sound crazy, but it's really not. You better off having good leg reach, you know what I'm saying, to throw you up there on that bunk instead of trying to use them little jail bars, because that shit for like a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? For real. Now, with your bunk, right? The top bunk, you got from the bed to the ceiling. The top bunk is the better bunk. If you can get on top, if you can be on the top bunk, you'll rather be on the top bunk. You know what I'm saying? Cause it go from the bunk to the ceiling, so you get more, you know, airspace on the top bunk. The bottom bunk is from the bunk to the top of the top bunk bed. You know what I'm saying? So like, how can I put it? If you on the bottom bunk and like they wake you up early in the morning, you don't want to instantly just jump up. Because if you instantly just jump up, your head might smack the damn top of the top bunk's bunk. And it's a cement bunk. So you be to split your shit. You feel me? So yeah, it's not enough, it's not that much room in between the bottom bunk, you know, space having. You know what I'm saying? The bottom bunk is just convenient for a guy that can't climb on the top bunk. For real. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, at the edge of your bunk, you got little platforms, right, where you lay your feet at. You know what I'm saying? The platforms is where you can sit your TV on. Your TV, you have to buy it off of the store list. In prison, it's called store. In jail, it's called commissary. So when you get to prison, when you get to talking to people in there, they're like, hey, what you ordering off the stove? You know what I'm saying? What you getting from the stove? Woo, woo, shit like that. That's how they talk in prison. The stove is commissary. It's just called store in prison. You know what I'm saying? That TV is $150 on the commissary. Now, it's a way to get a TV. You know, it's always one way to skin a cat, right? So you could buy a TV off the streets. That's the prison term. It's called buying the TV off the street. You know what I'm saying? I didn't explain this before, but let me just run it down one more time real quick. You know what I'm saying? You could buy a TV from another inmate. You could buy another inmate's TV. Cause a lot of times inmates be going home, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, you know. They about to go to the hole, you know, whatever. So they'd sell their TV quick as hell. And it happened every day. You know, this ain't something that just happened every once in a while. Like, it happened every day. People ride out every day. You know what I'm saying? And if you bought a TV off the street, you can't ride out with that TV because you didn't buy it off of the prison's catalog. So if you didn't buy it off the prison's catalog, that means that your name is not attached to a TV. So if you try to ride out with a TV that you bought off the streets, they gonna hit you with contraband. You know what I'm saying? So when a nigga ride out and he got a TV he bought off the streets, he'll hurry up and sell that bitch to somebody else. He'll put it on the yard. TV for sale, $10. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to hurry up and get that bitch off before he get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you could buy a TV off the yard for $10. You know what I'm saying? Right now for $10. Now on the store list, that TV is $150. The same TV, it's $150. It's a 13-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? That's all you get in prison. It's a 13-inch, $150. Let me tell you something. I done bought 2 TVs. No, I done bought 3 TVs off the streets. when I first came into prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I'm about to finesse the game. Fuck that. $150 for a TV and I could buy it for $10 right now. Like niggas riding out all the time. Niggas going to the hole. Niggas always selling their TVs in there. You know what I'm saying? And they're selling for $10, $15 real quick to get that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would I pay $150 when I could pay 15 right now? You know what I'm saying? That game crazy. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when the police make their rounds and shit like that, if you buy a TV off the streets, oh, let me throw this. I know I be derailing. Y'all know I the fuck real, but I make everything make sense because I gotta corroborate everything. You know what I'm saying? But look, with them TVs, right? Like I said, it's people in there with talent. It's talent in prison. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? But you got guys in there like when they about to send out your TV to you in prison, they like scratch your name, your last name, and your prison numbers in the TV. They scratch it into the TV. So your last name and your prison number is scratched into the TV. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas in prison that know how to do that same shit. Just like how the damn catalog store scribble your name and number on that prison TV, is niggas in prison that know how to do that same exact shit. And they in prison. It's talent in prison. It's retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish a lot of them guys didn't throw their lives away because they was so fucking talented. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, when I first came in there, I'm on young nigga shit. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not buying $150 TV when I can get it for $15 right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was buying TVs off the streets, right? I buy a TV off the street. I knew a nigga that know how to scratch them prison numbers off of a nigga TV. I knew a nigga that know how to scratch them numbers off and put my numbers on it. You know what I'm saying? And make it look exactly how the catalog store do they shit. You know what I'm saying? It look exactly the same. So basically, if the police come by, you know, they do random searches. You know what I'm saying? They come in your room, randomly search your room, shit like that. They look at your TV, they look at your name and your prison number on it. Most of the time, when cops see your name and your prison number on it, they'll let it slide. You know what I'm saying? Some cops, they be like, nah, I don't know. This motherfucker ain't have a TV yesterday, and now you got a TV today. So they'll go look in the log, and the log will tell them if you bought a TV off the damn store list or not. And if your name not in that log, then they take your TV from you. So by the time you come back to your cell, your TV gone and you got a ticket for contraband. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through that 3 times, man. I had to get my head buzzed 3 times off of buying TVs off the streets. You know, it was a whole lot cheaper, but it costed me tickets. You know what I'm saying? And when you keep getting tickets, that shit'll raise your level. It'll raise your security level. You know what I'm saying? So if you on a low security level and you keep catching tickets, it'll raise you to a maximum security. You know what I'm saying? Even though you about to go home, but you want to keep catching tickets in prison, playing, thinking you can do what you want, they'll ship your ass to a level 4. You know what I'm saying? Where it'll be 23-1. When you might have been on a level 1, you know what I'm saying? Little what they call them, like boot camps, you know what I'm saying, open pod type shit. You can go from that to a level 4 real quick in prison by catching tickets. You know what I'm saying? So I caught 3 of them contraband tickets. By that time, my level, well, my points was all the way to the top. So basically, they mailed me a letter. They shot that bitch under my door one day. I get the letter, I look at it. They basically said, hey, you caught these many tickets, you got these many points. You catch one more point, you going to level 4. I was in level 2 at the time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no level 3 in Michigan prisons. It's level 1, 2, and then 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? So you go from a level 2 which is like an open area, but you still have to lock down in a cell with your bunkie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night, through counts, shit like that. But you still get a lot more free time. You know what I'm saying? On the level two. Level four is 23-1. You through. You know what I'm saying? So when they sent me that letter and they was like, nigga, you catch one more ticket, your ass going to level four. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I ain't buying no more TVs off the streets. Them bitches add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, them bitches add the fuck up. So I was done with that. I was like, man, I'm gonna just have to buy one off the catalog. See, another thing is with the catalog, it ain't the price, is the fact it take 2 months to get that TV. So you can order it right now. It ain't gonna show up for 2 months from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like you didn't order that TV 2 months ago and it still ain't showed up. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't did 2 months of your time, $150 gone. You still ain't got no damn TV. You feel me? In between that time, you could have had 3 or 4 TVs off the streets if you finessed it right. You know what I'm saying? Man, please, dog. I finessed TVs off the streets, and that shit broke me down. Contraband, you feel me? Then you got shit like you get caught with a knife. That shit called dangerous contraband. You know what I'm saying? Them even more points. You feel me? Like it go by points in prison. You know what I'm saying? So don't think just because you in prison, that's it. Like, nah, nigga, you get tickets in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You be in there acting up, you will get tickets. And them tickets add up. And on top of them tickets, it's a thing called LOP. So if you get a ticket, you instantly get LOP. LOP means loss of privilege. That means that you got to sit in your cell. You can't come out your cell. You know what I'm saying? Your bunkie can come out. He can come out and, go in the day room, go hit the yard, go work out, go play cards, go gamble. You know what I'm saying? Your bunkie can do all that, but you got to stay in your cell. And usually when you would catch a ticket, you'd be on LOP for like 3 days or something. You know what I'm saying? It's two different little procedures they got. You know what I'm saying? You got LOP and top lock. Top lock means you got to stay on top of your bunk. Not only you already on LOP with this top lock shit, meaning you got to stay in your cell, you got to be on your bunk. If you just on LOP, you could be off your bunk. So you could be in your cell, working out, doing push-ups, shit like that, walking back and forth in the cell. You could do that on LOP. But when you get top lock, meaning you be disobedient, you don't listen to shit, you just do what you want. So they give you top lock. Top lock means you can't get off your bunk. You know what I'm saying? So if a cop come do a round and your ass is not on your bunk and you on top lock, you go to the hole. You know what I'm saying? They would take your ass to the hole. So man, it's like you got to be careful with that shit. Tickets get your ass cooked in there. So don't think just because you in prison, that's it. You could just cut up and whatever. Like, nah, nigga, it's controlment inside of that bitch. You feel me? And they call it tickets. And them tickets will get your ass together. You're going to be on LOP all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be watching all the other inmates go outside and shit, laughing, walking back and forth up the hall, you know what I'm saying, going into the day rooms, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see all of that type of shit while you in your cell on LOP. You already in jail. You know what I'm saying? Now you on LOP. Like, it's like it ain't no ending to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to be chill in prison. So basically, after I caught all of them goddamn tickets, them contraband tickets from the TV, and that shit start adding up, I'm like, I can't do that no more. So I went ahead and I ordered a TV off the catalog. Paid $150 for it. I had the money. I just wasn't patient with it. You know what I'm saying? Paid the $150, waited my turn. They sent me my TV. Now I'm in the law book. So I'm legit to have a TV now. So all them TVs before that, I get away with them TVs for probably like a couple of weeks or something, and then it'd be that one cop that'll come make a round, and he'd be like, "Oh nah, that nigga ain't have a TV in here yesterday. Fuck that." You know what I'm saying? Or nah, he ain't have a TV in here a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Nah, check that catalog. And that's how I was getting caught a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally did get the ticket, the TV right, you know, and they checked the catalog, I was good. They stopped bothering me. You know what I'm saying? So that $150 is worth it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the MP3 player. The MP3 player, $150. You know what I'm saying? You better off buying an MP3 player off the catalog instead of buying it off the streets. Because you could buy one off the streets. You know what I'm saying? But if you get caught with it, it's contraband. You know? So it's like you got to be careful with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be careful with that shit. You know? So basically what I did was I had to stop playing with them people. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't playing with me. So I'm like, I'm not going to level 4. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead, I stopped playing. I bought that TV. Now I'm legit. I'm good. I bought my TV legit and my MP3 player legit. Because, you know, before I went to the catalog, I bought both of them off the streets. And I just kept getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed on LOP. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that shit was crazy. You know, Jim Bob, I was at Adrian Correctional Facility, ACF. Um, this the map, the Michigan map, right? So Detroit about right here. Adrian like down here somewhere, like damn near at the Ohio border. You know what I'm saying? Man, horrible prison, you know. But I did most of my time there, you know. I got a lot of memories I'm gonna keep telling y'all about, you know. But yeah, Adrian was crazy, you know. Uh Cheers Glow. I've been home exactly 10 years. This made my 10th year. I got out, I think, February 24th. So yeah, like a day or two literally made it 10 years that I've been out of prison. And I'm not going back. You feel me? Like, that ain't happening. You know, I'm cool. And I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why I would never go back. Like, that would never happen again. That was the time that came and went, and that was that, you know. But anyway, back to it, you know. So like I said, I bought all my shit legit now. I'm good, right? Okay. So now I'm good, right? I got this bunkie that want to ride me. After I finally clean up my act, I'm doing everything right. I get a bunkie that want to ride me. You know what I'm saying? He thinking I'm soft because I'm doing everything the right way now. You know what I'm saying? So he thinking I'm soft. So I had him pack his shit. He got up out of there, right? He went and set his ass on base. You know what I'm saying? He sat on base, right? When you sit on base, the base is basically in between the day rooms and the cells. So the police got like a little podium down there that they sit at. And basically they can see everything. They can see the outside, they can see the day room, they can see the cells. So they can see your ass everywhere, all around the prison, you know, walls pretty much, you know. So he went and sat on base. He sat on his duffel bag on base, right? AJ Ryder, you go to Jackson prison first. Yes, for sure. Jackson is quarantined. So when you first get sentenced to prison, they ship your ass straight to Jackson. Here I am derailing again, but let me make a good point about why you don't need to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? So look, when they first sentence you to your time, just say they give you 20 years. You know what I'm saying? When they sentence you to your time, right, you instantly ride out that very next morning. You know what I'm saying? The judge sends you today around 2 p.m. or some shit like that. Your ass riding out tomorrow morning. You will be gone by 4, 5 a.m. the next morning. You know what I'm saying? So look, when they ride you out, right, they put you in a paddy wagon. Yeah, you don't ride out on no luxury ass Greyhound, the Jackson or none of that shit. Your ass going in a paddy wagon. And the paddy wagon, right? The way how they do is it be about maybe 6 to 8 inmates at a time that they ride out on each paddy wagon. They cuff everybody together. Hands, legs, chain gang. Everybody cuffed together, right? Everybody cuffed together. Y'all all get on the paddy wagon. You all get on the paddy wagon. They slam that door. Boom. Guess what? Ain't no lights in there. Ain't no windows in there. Ain't nothing in there. You can't even see in there. It's dark in there. All you know is that the 6 to 8 guys that you got cuffed up with, you just know that you in this paddy wagon with them, sitting in the dark. Y'all all in the dark, cuffed up together, all of that in the dark. You know how they talk about slavery and all that? Go to prison. Go to prison. Let that judge slam that gavel on your ass. You gonna see exactly what the fuck slavery was. You know what I'm saying? So they cuff all of y'all together. Boom, they cuff you all together. They put you in a paddy wagon, no lights, no windows, no nothing. Y'all don't see shit. That ride be at least 45 minutes to an hour just to get to Jackson, a quarantine prison. Everybody gotta, if you get caught up in Michigan, you gotta go to Jackson prison. That's the first prison you gotta go to. You know what I'm saying? And it's a quarantine. And you gotta stay there for like 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Until they figure out where they gonna situate anything. Can't piss or nothing. You can't do shit. Y'all on that paddy wagon through. So the whole time, the way how they set up, they shocks and shit is hard shocks. They don't got, soft cushiony shocks like in your car. They shocks is hard. So you feel every bump, pothole, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, y'all just sitting in the dark, cuffed up, talking to each other. Boom, 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 getting thrown around everywhere. Heads knocking each other, all type of shit. Y'all get thrown around in the back of the paddy wagon. Man, look. This is why I'm 10 years prison free. Swear to God. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it, and it ain't nothing you want to experience. You don't know if you going to live through this ride. You don't know if you going to make it there. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga just to say if somebody got bad bowel problems, because it's a lot of guys that go to prison that got bad bowel issues. You know what I'm saying? Like some people got diarrhea and all type of shit, Man, you would get lit up on that paddy wagon, dog. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Sometime a nigga is shit. While y'all on the paddy wagon, there's nothing that can be done. You can't wipe your butt. You can't do nothing. Y'all all cuffed up next to each other, arm to arm, cuffed up, leg to leg, cuffed up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heat. Y'all heat. In the transporting cops, they don't give a fuck. All y'all back there banging around that bitch, they don't care. They want y'all to get into it with each other. They want y'all to bite each other head off and shit. You know what I'm saying? They want something to happen, right? So, okay, y'all take that hour drive in the back of the paddy wagon in the dark, right? Y'all finally get to the prison. You get to the prison, right? When what they do is, I don't remember this off the rip or maybe a couple of days into it, however they schedule it. But what they do is they send you to a class while you in Jackson quarantine waiting to be sent to the prison. Damn, my bad. Right before you get sent to the prison that you about to do your time at. So while you there in Jackson, they put you through these classes. And the classes basically is, they might call out 20 guys at a time, right? And they put you in a class. You're going to be there for a couple weeks anyway. So you might as well take these classes while you're there. And you have to. So the classes is, they take you into a room. It's about 10 to 20 y'all in a room. Y'all new to prison. Y'all about to go to the joint. They preparing y'all. The videos that they showing y'all is you know, if somebody leaves some chocolate candy on your bed, don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop the soap. You know, don't be in there gang banging. You know, don't give the police problems. Somebody trying to sell you something, don't buy it. When a guy being overly generous, get away from him. You know, things like that, right? So they run these videos on you for a couple of weeks to try and prep you for prison. You know, so you getting that ran down on you. And in Jackson, you in like these one man cells. You know what I'm saying? So while you in Jackson in quarantine waiting to be sent to a prison, you in a one man cell by yourself. But it's like 100, I want to say 100, it might be 100 cells. You know what I'm saying? In this quarantine where you at. All of y'all cells right next to each other, but y'all all in a cell by each other. So the cells is cement walls, and then right where you walk in and out at is the bars. So basically, when you go in the cell, the bar is closed. You don't see the inmates that you in there jailing with once you go in the cell. But when y'all come out to eat, you know, get on the phone, get some yard time, that's when y'all see each other. But when y'all had to go back in the cell, y'all don't see each other. You just hear each other. Niggas 3, 4 cells down, 3, 4 cells up, 3, 4 cells down. You know, y'all just hear each other all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Talking and shit. Man, look, that shit was a funny time. Yeah, if you claustrophobic, it ain't for you. It's not for you. Straight up. Cause you in the cell by yourself, this little bitty ass cell. Like I said, you know all these people next to you, on top of you, down below, all of that. You know there's guys all around you. You just can't see nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no TV in your cell, none of that. It's just the cement walls. You got a toilet in there, your bed, and the bars. That's it. You know? Jackson, bad motherfucker, you know? So after you do your 30 days there, and you lock down all day. It ain't like you just lock down certain times of the day. You lock down all day. You only get to come out for like an hour or two, you know, throughout your 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? All the other time, you locked in that cell. And like I said, while y'all in the cell, you hear everybody talking, laughing, people farting and shit. You know, the farting echoing, so everybody laughing off the shit. You know, the shit be kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely, you know, something you don't want to go through. But if you do, like, if you can see the humor in it'll be funny as hell. Especially when people be in there farting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit be some of the funniest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit be echoing. It be hilarious, man. Like, dog, it be funny. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes people smell pass by. That shit be funny as hell, too. Everybody like, man, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody mad. Like, the smell stink. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where it came from because you can't see nobody. You just hear everybody talking. You know what I'm saying? Like slavery for real. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if you can see the humor out of it, man, it's funny as hell, you know. So anyway, that's what happened. You got to go through Jackson first, you know. So all right, let me get back to the story, you know, with the bunkie. Like I told you, you know, I tried to be cool with him. He jack wrecked, you know what I'm saying? So I made him go sit on base. The police came and got him. They took him to the hole, moved him to another prison, right? He told them, hey, my bunkie want to get at me. I can't be in there. So they took his ass to the hole, rolled him out to another prison. They gave me a new bunkie, right? My new bunkie was Scott, which is what this live is about. I know it took me a long time to get here, but y'all know I got to make everything make sense. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. Scott was a short, white guy. Short, white, round guy, Uncle Fester looking nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ain't no way me and dog going to jail. We ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't my type of nigga. Like, nah. Everybody laughing at me like, man, look at your bunkie, man. That motherfucker is something wrong with him. He a weirdo, man. He fuck with little kids, blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody was just coming at me like, man, put that nigga out your cell, man. He a rapist. Something ain't right with him. You know what I'm saying? This how niggas talk in prison. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will tell you get rid of your bunkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Niggas will be like, psh, hey, your bunkie ain't right. Get rid of that nigga. You know, type shit. And they don't know nothing about your bunkie. They just don't like his energy. They don't like how he look. They don't like nothing about him. So they like, psh, man, you better get rid of him before I do something to him. You know what I'm saying? They be niggas in prison be on that type of time. This is why I be telling y'all about them celebrities. Like, dog, them celebrities, they don't get no pass in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get no pass. They get their ass beat too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to talk about real street niggas? If you ain't one of them in prison, nigga, your ass about to get knocked off. And if you is one of them, you got to prove that you one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, after you prove that you one of the guys, your time easy. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be good. But that's how prison operate. If you ain't one of the guys, you always up. You always up on the platter. You always up for sale. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna put your ass on that platter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna check your temperature. You feel me? And if you don't motherfucking step up to the plate, you about to be somebody bitch. Straight up. You know? But like I said, I did my diligence. You know, niggas knew what it was with me. It's just that niggas ain't like my bunkie, you know, type shit. So they like, look, bro, go ahead, get that nigga gone, bro. He ain't one of us. Woo, woo, woo. He fuck with kids. Something ain't right with him. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody was just saying what they was saying. I'm like, look, man, dog cool. You know, for the first couple days that I had him and shit like that, I'm like, he cool. I'm like, you know, let me figure him out. He cool, you know. And like, all right, man, go ahead, do what you gonna do. Because everybody know how I'm coming. You feel me? So when I told him, I'm like, hey, look, he cool. Chill on him. You know, they had to fall back. Like, all right, cool. So Scott came in, you know. He told me he had everything. He was cool, blah, blah, blah. He had a wife supporting him. You know, he didn't need for nothing. You know, he just ran down all the basics. You know what I'm saying? And he was funny. Now, he was a low, old white guy. He was in his mid-50s. He might have been like 55, 56. At the time, I was like 21, 22. So I was on young nigga time. He on old nigga time. You know what I'm saying? So we the complete opposite. We the complete opposite race, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen. The best bunkie I ever had. Like I told y'all about Junebug. Yeah, Junebug was there for the ending of my time. My last like 5 or 6 months, I dealt with Junebug. But the beginning of my time, it was with Scott. You know what I'm saying? And Scott, like, he was experienced. You know what I'm saying? So he knew how to give me, you know, that what can you say, that discipline. He gave me a certain kind of discipline. It wasn't like I had to stand to him a tent hut or none of that. You know, it was just like a kind of a discipline that I had to learn from an older guy. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't learning from the young guys that I was bunking with. That came from an older guy, and it came from him. He never came aggressive. He was never on no bullshit. None of that. It was just being around him. I just learned basically like how to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like how to be off of certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't always gotta be on rah-rah time every time something happens. Sometimes you can just laugh that shit off. Sometimes you could just walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Scott was teaching me. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And all the guys started seeing the difference in me, you know? And I swear to God, Scott, it took a team. You know how they say it takes a village to raise a kid? It took a team to get to mature me off all of that gang shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was a team of guys that I had to jail with during my prison time to get me off that gang time. For real. And Scott was one of them. You know what I'm saying? He was like the biggest influence on my team that, you know, set me down to mature me. You know what I'm saying? And he was an old, short, fat white guy. You feel me? Like, that was my dog. So, anyway, his stuff came in. Before that, I was sharing everything with him. You know, it wasn't no problems. We was good. Scott was a hustler, all that shit. So before his property even rolled in, he had a bunch of shit. Can't judge a book by its cover. I promise you, you can't. Because you would have looked at him like he was Uncle Fester and all he did was, you know, chase around little kids. Complete fucking opposite. Swear to God, man. Scott, his name Richard Scott Hallenbeck. So if any of y'all can find him, send him my way. So you know this ain't no lie. I dropped this whole government. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God. So Scott, he was the perfect balance I needed for the beginning of my time. Because I definitely was on a lot of bullshit that would have got me sent back. You know what I'm saying? But he was there to diffuse some shit for real. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. So anyway, when his stuff finally got there, you know, he seen that I was there for him. So, you know, of course, his locker was open to me. So we was two guys in the cell that was on two completely opposite ends of the world. Like literally two completely opposite ends of the world, but both of our cells was open to each other. I mean, both of our lockers was open to each other. You know, that's just prison talk. You know, your locker open. You know, both of our lockers was open. You know what I'm saying? Most guys in prison, they don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, me and Scott open lockers. We was good, and both of us had shit. You know what I'm saying? He had the spud juice on deck. He had to connect on that shit. Oh man, look, Scott was a hustler, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wouldn't have bunked with him, I wouldn't have never known nothing about this guy. Like, I would have looked at him as a lame on the yard. You feel me? But man, he probably was the best nigga on the yard. You feel me? Like, that way. Straight up. You feel me? And his wife, dog. And his wife was cold. He was old and ugly. You know what I'm saying? His wife, he was like 54, 55, somewhere around there, right? His wife was like 30. And she was cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that girl that Miley Cyrus? You know what I'm saying? His wife looked like her. You feel me? Man, Scott was that nigga, dog. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. He was that nigga. Straight the fuck up. And he didn't carry himself in no certain type of way. Like, you need to respect him or none of that. He was a regular deco ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he was that nigga, dog. Straight up. So, when I started learning that about him, I'm like, dog, this is my nigga. You feel me? Like, real talk. He was more blood than me. He had more shit than me. You know what I'm saying? Why I thought I was in that bitch doing good. Like, oh, I'm straight. Man, this guy ran 3 laps around me with all the same shit I had. He had that times 3. You know what I'm saying? By the time his property rolled in, my shit was nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, I always start bunking with younger niggas. They might got a little girlfriend that send them shit that'll be cool. You know, we could jail and blah, blah, blah. My better time was with an older guy that had a younger wife that sent him everything. He didn't need nothing. And he was a fucking hustler. And he was funny as fuck. I don't know if y'all ever had the term is white trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people that live in what can you say, like poor communities, they like the white hood version. You know what I'm saying? They call them white trash. Man, they some of the funniest people in the world. I swear to God, man. Like The Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? The Simpsons is like white trash. You know what I'm saying? And that whole damn TV show is fucking hilarious. Like, dog, that's white trash for you. I swear to God. White trash is some of the funniest people in the world. They got more problems than hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they be so funny with it. You feel me? So anyway, Scott was from Pontiac, Michigan. He from white trash. You know what I'm saying? Dog, the nigga was fucking hilarious, dog. Like, I be literally crying tears every day. Literally, not on no Facebook shit, not saying I'm dead, or I'm literally crying tears. Like, I don't know what it was. You know what? I rolled out 2012. So I haven't seen Scott since 2012. But I can tell you one thing I remember he used to always talk about. And he used to always talk about this damn pontoon boat that he had. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I ain't know shit about no damn pontoon boat. So just hearing pontoon was fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was funny as fuck, man. Like, and he lay there on his bed and talk about the damn pontoon boat every day. Like, oh my God, man. Some of the funniest fucking times. Like, it'd be times I couldn't get off my bunk because I'd be laying there crying, laughing, stomach cramped up, all of that. And he down there on the bottom bunk talking about this damn pontoon boat and tying it to two trees and swinging back and forth and smoking his weed and shit. Man, oh my God, man. Scott was the funniest person I ever came across my whole life. You feel me? Like, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want to go outside and hang with the homies. I'd rather stay in the cell with Scott. Me and Scott, we did a lot of our time sitting in the cell. I'd just go outside to go work out, holler at a couple of the guys, some little shit going on, whoopty whoop here and there, little shit like that. I get in the mix of that. After that, I'll go back to the cell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't show my face on the yard. Cool. I'll go hit the cell. And Scott fat ass be sitting there eating some chips and shit. You know what I'm saying? Watching TV, laughing at something on TV. And as soon as I walk in the cell, I instantly get to smiling. Like, I know I'm about to laugh. You feel me? Like, fuck the yard. Them niggas out there, all them mad and shit. They all gang banging and hate each other and all that weak ass shit. I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? I can go in the cell, and again, I don't got to worry about Scott in there eating my shit because he got his own shit. You know what I'm saying? So I come in there, he eating his own shit. Matter of fact, he got a cook-up sitting on the damn desk for me. You know what I'm saying? He done already ate his cook-up because his fat ass greedy like that. You feel me? He ate his cook-up. Now you sitting there eating chips or summer sausages. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. There you go, little. That's you right there. As soon as I come in the cell, he got something to talk about. And I'm instantly crying, laughing, dog. Like, you can't judge a book by its cover, man. I swear to God, you can't. Like, I get anything to run into him. Like, anything. You feel me? Like, to this day, I would give anything to run into this man. Again, his name is Richard Scott Hallenbeck. You find him, send him to me. Swear to God. From Pontiac, Michigan. Richard Scott Hallenbeck. I've been looking for him for years. I can't find him. I don't know what's going on with him. He might have came and went. I don't know, but I can't find him, dog. Like, man, he was a different kind of individual. Promise you, like one in a million for real. But now it's a couple of months down the line, right? So me and Scott, we jailing. Now, mind you, I'm a GD. You know what I'm saying? So the GD's looking at me like, why the fuck you rolling with Uncle Fester? Like, what type of shit you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my bunkie, we'd go to the chow hall together. We'd spend laps together. We'd be on the yard at the picnic to get picnic table together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with my bunkie. Well, outside of the cell. Like, nigga, Scott was a real one. You feel me? So it wasn't like I was just funking the time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I fucked with him inside that cell and outside that cell. I didn't act funny when them doors broke. You feel me? I'd be out there in General Pop with my dog. And all the gangbangers looking at me like, little, what you on? Why you with this nigga? Man, he a weirdo, man. He fuck with little kids. Woo, woo. Y'all niggas seen his paperwork? Nah, ain't none of y'all seen his paperwork. But y'all judging him by the way how he look. You know what I'm saying? You trying to call him a chomo and shit. And he never even touched a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, if y'all niggas just listen to him for 5 minutes, just give him 5 minutes. Y'all would love him. Just give him 5 minutes. But y'all don't even got that in y'all. Y'all too damn gangster and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas really weak as hell for real. But y'all think y'all too gangster. You know what I'm saying? To even give a man like him a try. Because you judging him by his cover. So cool. Y'all stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? So I started pulling back on that gang shit and all that. I started pulling back. Mind you, I know all my laws. I know the shapes. I know how to greet. All of that. I'm one of the guys for real. And I cut that shit off. I'm like, fuck y'all. Because y'all don't even understand this man right here is an elite man. Y'all don't even understand that this is the elite man right here. You know what I'm saying? And he not rich or none of that, but he is a elite type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So by this time, me and Scott, we on the yard, we spinning laps. I got my arm around him like, this my nigga, you feel me? Everybody, you see me and Scott on the yard and shit. Don't nobody like it, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck all y'all. Ain't none of y'all gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how I'm coming. And if y'all touch him, y'all know I'm coming at you. You feel me? So, motherfuckers on the yard just didn't like what was going on, but ain't nobody do shit because everybody knew what time it was. So anyway, couple of months down the line, right? Me and Scott, we kicking it, right? I'm like, man, look, before I get up out of here, I want to get a couple of prison tests. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, my time dwindling, damn, my time is dwindling down. So I need to go ahead and get tatted up real quick. Because in prison, the tats is way cheaper in prison than it is on the streets, So if you want like $1,000 worth of tattoos out here in the world, in prison, it ain't even $100. You know what I'm saying? For the same exact shit that you want out here, that's $1,000 at a tattoo parlor, and there it might be like $80, depending on who you could deal with. At the most, about $200. You know what I'm saying? So the price difference is way different. The only thing is you chancing, getting like salmonella and shit like that, because a lot of them guys in there, they don't clean they equipment right, shit like that. So you could like catch a disease, from a dirty needle and, things like that. But if you dealing with a real tattoo artist in prison, they not even gonna put that on their name. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna make sure they shit clean, right, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? How do they do tattoos in prison? Look, right, I ain't no tattoo artist, but I'm gonna tell you what I remember. You know, they use a barrel of a pen, right? You get a barrel of a pen, right? Um, the actual needle, they get the needle from it's like some arts and craft type shit in prison. Um, I might not word it right, but it's like an arts and craft thing in prison where you could like get this needle from. You know what I'm saying? And it got the ink in it and shit. So basically, they put that needle in the pen barrel. You know what I'm saying? And they like dip the ink and shit. You know, for your tattoo. Again, I might not be wording all this 100% right, but it's something like that. It's been 10 years since I've been in prison, so I don't remember everything exactly how it went. But for them to, for the buzz and like bzzz and all that shit, they take the motor out of a tape recorder, because you could buy tape recorders in prison. That was like an old school thing before the MP3 players. You know what I'm saying? So with the tape recorders, the guys would take the motor out the tape recorder, and somehow they tie that shit to like the barrel of the pen with the needle and all of that. They'll tie that motor to that shit, and they'll flick that bitch on that, just like a damn tattoo gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say this one more time. It is talent in prison, man. It's some talent in prison. I know my phone keep going off, but disregard that shit. It is talent in prison that can change the world. Like, I'm not saying let everybody go, man, but it's some guys in there like you wouldn't believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's guys in there that know how to tattoo your ass. You feel me? But tattooing in prison is some hot shit. You feel me? Like, you get caught tattooing in there, you might as well got caught with a damn knife. And in prison, they call knives guns. So if you get caught with tattooing equipment, you might as well got caught with a gun in that bitch. You feel me? Like, that tattooing shit is up there. You feel me? It's up there. You don't want to get caught with it. So me and Scott, one day, we outside spinning laps. I'm like, dog, I want to get tatted up. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't none of these niggas on the yard, they really ain't no shit. You know, like, I need a real tattoo artist, you know? So we just talking about the shit. Okay, cool. He don't know a good tattoo artist. I don't. But we in prison. We don't got nothing to do, so we just spend the laps talking about this shit, right? Next thing you know, boom, somebody ride in. Just like I said earlier, people ride in, people ride out all the time. You know what I'm saying? This happens all the time. People always riding in, people always riding out, right? This guy ride in. Tall, skinny, linky ass Dean Bird. You know what I'm saying? Dude name was Coy, right? Now in Adrian, you had 3 units. And it was like 3, just like this. This 1 unit, this 2 unit, this 3 unit. 2 unit was like in the back. 1 and 3 was on each side of each other, right? I was in 2 unit. You know what I'm saying? Corey was in 1 unit, right? Nah, this thing with prison. Just because all of y'all on the same yard, that don't mean that y'all can go in each other's unit. So if you was assigned to 2 unit, you only can go in and out of 2 unit. You can't go in and out of 1 unit or 3 unit. You only can go in and out of your 1 unit. You know what I'm saying? So when Corey rode in, he went straight to 1 block. While he coming in, Scott like, I know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you mean you know him? He like, I know him. That's my boy. Blah, blah, blah. Man, Scott had shit in his hand. He dropped all this shit, store type shit. Because, like I said, Scott was a hustler. So me and Scott, we out there spinning laps. He'll run into 2 or 3 guys that owe him some money. And they'd drop it right there in his arm. Blue, 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 blue. It ain't no crime, to walk to your unit with commissary that you get from guys off the unit, guys off the yard or whatever. It ain't no crime. Just long as you ain't bringing hundreds of dollars worth of store into your unit, they don't say shit. If you just got a couple of items or whatever, they don't say nothing about that. So me and him walking the yard, he collected shit. Man, he might got about $30 worth of shit in his hand while me and him spinning laps, right? While that's going on, like I said, Corey hit the yard, but he going to one block. You know what I'm saying? Scott dropped everything. As soon as all that shit hit the ground, I picked it up for him, right behind him. Y'all niggas ain't about to get nothing. This ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes shit happen like that. Sometimes niggas drop shit and all the other MAC niggas drop something, they jump right on you. You know what I'm saying? So I scooped all that. Nah, nigga, this my man. You know what I'm saying? He ran right over there to him, right? He like, Coy. Coy looked at him. Coy dropped all his shit. His duffel bag and everything that he was taking to the unit. He dropped all that shit. Them boys hugged. It was all love. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, these two older white guys. So my bunkie, Scott, looking like Dexter off of Dexter's Laboratory. And then Coy looking like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? But man, these two, woo-wee. Coy and Scott together, two white guys, one short and fat, the other one tall and skinny. Man, please. Them boys was a duo package. And guess what? Coy was from Pontiac too. He was another white trash. Funny as fuck, just like Scott, man. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? So after Scott and Coy reconciled and they got good, I seen a tear drop from Scott eye, I seen it, and he walked Coy over to me, and he like, this my boy Little right here. Whatever he want, give it to him, flat out. That's just how Scott told Coy. Coy looked at me. He like, you rock with Scott like that for real? Like, that's my dog. He like, he hit me with the salute. He like, whatever you need, I got you. It was just like that. You know what I'm saying? On a prison yard, that mutual respect, it pop off just that quick. You feel me? So we had that established already. You know what I'm saying? All right, Scott, damn. Coy, picked up his things and everything. He went in on it, took his shit in there, right? Me and Scott, we back spinning laps. So I'm like, what the fuck was all that about? You know what I'm saying? He like, look, remember we was just talking about tattooing, woo, woo, woo? I'm like, yeah. He like, that's your tattoo artist right there. What? I'm like, what you mean? He just got here. He ain't. He like, man, he like, Scott, damn, I'm saying Scott. He like, Coy will have all of the equipment within a week. You would be getting tatted up within the next week and a half. Just like that. And Scott Word was buying. Mind you, Scott is a short, fat, white dude. You would think it'd be in the white Vans. No, nigga. Scott was a fucking cartel member on some real, you feel me? Like, Scott was next level, dog. Like, again, one more time. Richard Scott Hallenbeck. So y'all know I'm not lying. Like, I'm not making up shit. I gave dog full government. You feel me? So if he ever come up, I hope he do come up. Because I want to do an interview with him. Just so he can tell y'all, like, I'm not lying about none of this. So anyway, he got you. You know what I'm saying? He got you. All right, cool. Fast forward to tape now. So this about 2 weeks later. Coy came up with all the fucking equipment to tattoo. He like, you ready? I'm like, yeah. He like, all right. He gave me a whole folder, like this thick. No lie, this thick. Full of drawings. I get to flipping through the shit. It was a whole, like the ABCs and shit like that. It was a bunch of letters and a bunch of different what can you say, like images, different designs, things like that, right? So I'm just flipping through the pages. I'm like, damn, he cold. He could draw for real. Found the page I like. Boom. These letters. I like these letters right here. I'm like, let me get that. And I told him, this is what I wanted the tattoo to say. Kings of Kings. And these letter styles, right? He like, all right, cool, no problem. Put the shit together. Told him this arm. I like these letter styles for this arm. Lord of Lords. Now, mind you, this is a prison tat, so it ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But these was the two styles that I like. You know what I'm saying? He went ahead, drew the shit out. He showed it to me. He like, this is what you want on your arms, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna slide up in your cell for you. I'm gonna go ahead and tat you up. He gave me his price. Price was like $20 for my arms. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, babe, you know what I'm saying? I had that shit in the locker. Like, babe, come on. So he came with the flow, right? Now, mind you, Coy is hype. He got all this tattoo equipment on him. Usually what guys will do to transport they tools and shit from one unit to another unit, they're where they state coat. Your state coat is like a big ass windbreaker. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what you're doing, you can hide your shit in your state coat in the arms of it, in the pockets, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So here goes Scott come flying out of one block to two block with his damn big ass windbreaker on with all this tattoo equipment in him. All this tattoo equipment in his windbreaker, right? Already looking hot as hell, you know. He slide over to the unit, coming into my unit when he not supposed to come in there. You know what I'm saying? Shoot straight in the unit, shoot straight up to the room. He come up to the room. I'm sitting there chilling. Scott step out the room. Coy step in. Coy set up. Bzzz, get the damn tattoo gun buzzing and shit. Man, this guy's in there with talent, man. I swear to God, man. Sick, man. But he set up, right? He got all this shit set up. He ready to go. Scott standing in the hallway watching the cops come up and down the stairs and do their rounds. So when the cops come do the rounds, Scott be like, hey, they coming. Boom. Coy go hide in a little corner, like little blind spot, you call it. Scott step in the room. Me and Scott being there acting like we talking while the cops walk past and shit. So while the cop walk past, do they round me and Scott in there talking, acting like we talking and shit, right? They walk past, go around, go back down the base, The cops spend most of their time sitting on base. They scrolling their phones. They on the microphone calling people names, fucking with people, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So in between all of that time, that's when I'm getting tatted up while the cops sitting down there on base. And Scott is watching everything. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, it took Coy like a week to do all of my tattoos, but he did all of my shit. He did my arms. He did my chest. I'll show that to y'all one day. You know what I'm saying? And he did my back. Now, I don't know if y'all ever seen like prison numbers on somebody's back. Actually, I didn't show this before in one of my lives. I think I did. I don't remember. I probably did. I don't know. But in prison, how your prison numbers be on the back of your shirt in big bold black numbers. I got that tatted on my back. I got my prison number tatted on my back, just like that, in them big bold black numbers. You know what I'm saying? So when I got that tatted, right? And like I said too, Coy like a week and a half to do everything. Me, Coy, and Scott, we kept running the same plays every day until all my tattoos got done. So like I said, Scott, 100%. I ain't had no bunky like Scott. He was just different. You feel me? So anyway, after all of that shit, he tatted me up. I'm on the yard. I'm working out all that. I take my shirt off. Niggas see the back of my back with my prison numbers on it. Niggas like, nigga, you tatted your numbers on your back. How fucking stupid is that? Nigga, you gonna be right back. Woo, woo, all of this bullshit, right? Niggas was saying all type of hoe ass shit about my prison number being tatted on my back. When little do they know, I tatted that for remembrance for me. For me not to ever do nothing crazy like that ever again, to go back there. I know that that prison number is on my back, regardless if I can feel it or not. I know it's there. So guess what? Anytime I'm out here in the streets and something pop off, that tattoo get the itching. It get the itching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was placed there for a reason. So if I'm out here and I get into it with somebody or something happen, that tattoo get the itching. It's telling me, go ahead and do that. You're gonna go right back there. And that's why I tatted it. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't understand it, you know, especially guys in prison. They thought that I was basically glorifying prison and I'm gonna be back and blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, please. All of y'all niggas staying here. I'm the one going home. Y'all the ones that got time. I'm going home. This is to let me, this is basically saying, hey, don't ever come back here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I did that. And you know, after so long, other guys started accepting it. Because a lot of guys seen me change. They seen me coming there from that young hood shit to becoming a grown man. Like, I ain't even on that y'all on no more. You know what I'm saying? So when people started seeing that, they started respecting my tat more. They were like, oh, he ain't tatting it, you know, trying to look hard or nothing. He tatted that for a reason, for real. You know what I'm saying? My kids know about my tat, everything. Like, this shit carried on 13 years later, still to this day. Anybody that come around me, I let them know about my tattoo on my back. That stopped me from going back there. I would never go back there. And if I do, guess what? I want everybody to laugh at me. Because I tatted this shit on me. I made sure I wasn't coming back here. That tattoo on my back, that was the most detailed tattoo that I had. So that one took the longest. When I didn't have to get that done. But I told him, I'm like, fuck that. We gonna chance this shit. If we get caught, we just gonna go to the hole. But I need to put this on my back. Like, I can never forget this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I just got it done because I went to prison. I got it done in prison. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of magnitude behind why I did that. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Corey tatted me the fuck up. I ain't even paid $100 for all of my tattoos. You feel me? And mind you, this is prison food. In prison, you don't have cash currency like you do in the world. It's nothing but Zuzus and Wham Whams. You feel me? So I paid him like $80 worth of Zuzus and Wham Whams for all of my tattoos. He didn't get $1 in U.S. currency for his work, for his risk, none of that. It was all chips, summer sausages, meat sticks, cook up food. You know what I'm saying? He put his life on the line for gas station food. You feel me? I put my life on the line for damn prison tattoos. You feel me? But the shit had to get done. You know what I'm saying? And it got done. You feel me? So that was just one of the better things Scott did for me. You know what I'm saying? He came through. And that was real rap. Right when me and him was spinning the yard talking about tattoo guy, his mans rolled in. Coy was another one. Like I said, Coy he was white trash too. So he was funny as fuck and he was the tattoo man. You feel me? Both of them doing some hustling motherfuckers, dog. Like Shaggy and Dexter Laboratory. They was some hustling ass niggas on prison, in a prison yard, bro. Swear to God. You feel me? And I gave them niggas my pass. Like, I got y'all, no matter what. And a lot of people on the yard didn't like them. I was X-Man on everybody. Y'all got them fucked up. Don't touch them. Them mine. You feel me? Because a lot of guys wanted to come at them. You know what I'm saying? Nah, them mind. You feel me? Let them get their hustle on. They hustling legit. They do their shit right. Y'all looking at them because they white. They might be some child molesters, or they probably beat up on women. And man, these niggas was the complete opposite. Even Corey, he was another one that had his women take care of him, all of that. His family loved him, all of that. I forgot what he was in there for, but it wasn't nothing bad or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these was two stand-up white guys. They just wasn't most people cup of tea. You feel me? But salute, man. Salute. Straight up. So, fast forward the tape, Corey done tatted me up. Me and Scott then got this much tighter. You know what I'm saying? We got that much tighter, man. Me and Scott, we was a force, dog. Like, I don't know how to put it, man. Like I said, anybody can find them, send them to me. Send them to me. Straight up. Me and him, I don't even got to say no more. I didn't already spend all this time talking about, I don't got to say no more. You find them, send them to me. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? That was a real stand-up motherfucker. And he was an old man. He was an old man. I was in there with young niggas that didn't have a piece of what he had going on. Not a piece of him. And they looked down on him. They laughed at him like something wasn't right with him, when he was 3 times the man that they was. You know what I'm saying? Surprise Calico Cat. I'm gonna Google him, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can pull him up, but I just can't find him. I haven't found him. I've been all through his town, Pontiac, a tiny ass city. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know each other. I ain't heard no word, but I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna try and find him, and if I can, hopefully he's still here. If he is, I'm gonna bring him on the show, man, and I'm gonna let him tell y'all, like, dog, this is real shit. This was real shit. I swear to God, man. Like, it was crazy, man. So, me and him, we never had a problem in our cell. He never tried anything. I never tried nothing. We never had no problems. It was never nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was all love. Like, it was all genuine. You know what I'm saying? And, man, I give anything to run into him again. Like, I swear to God, I ain't seen that man in 13 years. And I still remember his whole government name. Like, he was a great guy. He really was, And I'm going to end this the same way I started it. Like I said, don't judge a book by its cover, because that's what we all did. We all judged him by his cover. And he was the complete opposite of what we judged him off of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I got that time with him to learn that. Because if I didn't, I probably would have still had that same young nigga mentality. Oh, he a short, fat white dude. He trying to mess with somebody's kids. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I see a guy like that, I'm going to run up on him. I'm going to talk to him. Damn, is you another Scott? You know what I'm saying? Like, is you another Scott? Like, be my friend. If you another Scott, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you look like. Like, you don't get Scots. You just don't get them. You know what I'm saying? Prison ain't the best place, but it's definitely a place that you can learn a lot, man. For the most part, don't go there. It ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. So whatever I can tell y'all about it, what I can remember, what I can think of, I'm going to go in and spit it at you. But prison not as bad as people make it seem, but it's definitely not the place for you. You know what I'm saying? So stay away from it. You want to know anything about it, just stay tuned in. I'm going to just keep bringing you everything that I can remember, man. But it ain't all as bad as you think it is, but it ain't nowhere near as good as what people make it seem. It's been another live stream of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.